Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Indian Sibling. Today I'll be doing Khan Academy. Okay? Oh. 6. postcode.
Chuck Norris's, or maybe it's Chuck Norri. And to that, I am going to add another 3 Chuck Norris's. So I'm going to add another 3 Chuck Norris's. And this might seem a little bit obvious, but how many Chuck Norris's do I now have? Well, 2 Chuck Norris's, we can represent this as literally a Chuck Norris plus a Chuck Norris. So let me do that, a Chuck Norris plus another Chuck Norris. 2 Chuck Norris's, you could also view this 2 times Chuck Norris, and this is just another way of representing it. And 3 Chuck Norris's, 3 Chuck Norris's, you could view that as a Chuck Norris plus a Chuck Norris plus another Chuck Norris. And so we would have a grand total, and this might be very simple for you, but you would have a grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Chuck Norris's. So this would be equal to 5 Chuck Norris's. Now let's get a little bit more abstract here. Chuck Norris is a very tangible thing. So let's go to a little bit more of traditional algebraic notation. If I have 2 x's, and remember, 2x, this is what we could do this as 2x's or 2 times x, and to that I were to add 3 x's, and to that I would add 3 x's. How many x's do I have? Well, once again, 2 x's, that's 2 times x. You could view that as an x plus an x. We don't know what the value of x is, but whatever that value is, we can add it to itself. And then 3 x's are going to be that value, let me do that same green color. 3 x's are going to be that value plus whatever that value is. And so how many x's do I now have? Well, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 x's. So 2x plus 3x is equal to 5x. And if you think about it, all we really did, and hopefully you conceptually get it, is we just added the 2 numbers that were multiplying the x. And these numbers, the 2 or the 3, they're called coefficients. Very fancy word, but it's just this constant number, this regular number that's multiplied by the variable. You just added the 2 and the 3 to get your 5x. Now let's think about this a little bit more. Let's go back to this original expression, the 2 Chuck Norris's plus 3 Chuck Norris's. Let's say to that we were to add, let's say we were to add 7 plums over here. So this is my drawing of a plum. So we have 7 plums plus 2 Chuck Norris's plus 3 Chuck Norris's, and let's say that I add another 2 plums. I add another 2 plums here. So what would this whole thing be? Well, I wouldn't add the 7 to the 2 to the 3 plus the 2. We're adding different things here. You have 2 Chuck Norris's and 3 Chuck Norris's, so they're still going to simplify to 5 Chuck Norris's, and then we would separately think about the plums. We have 7 plums, and we're adding another 2 plums. We're going to have 9 plums plus 9 plums. So this simplifies to 5 Chuck Norris's and 9 plums. Similarly, over here, if I had, instead of just 2x plus 3x, if I had 7y plus 2x plus 3x plus 2y, what do I now have? Well, I can't add the x's and the y's. They could very well represent a different number. So all I can do is really add the x's, and then I get the 5x, and then I'd separately add the y. If I have 7 y's, and to that I add 2 y's, I'm going to have 9 y's. If I have 7 of something and I add 2 of something, I now have 9 of that something. So I'm going to have 9 y's. So you add that, do that in a different color. You add this and this, you get that. You add the x's, you get that right over there. So hopefully that makes a little sense. Actually, I'll throw out one more idea. So given this, what would happen if I were to have 2x plus 1 plus 7x plus 5? Well, once again, you might be tempted to add the 2 plus the 1, but they're adding different things. These are 2 x's. This is just the number 1. So you really just have to add the x's together. So you're going to say, well, I got 2 x's, and I'm going to add 7 x's to that. Well, that means I now have 9 x's. And then separately, you would say, well, I've got just the abstract number 1, and then I got another 5. 1 plus 5 is going to be equal to 6. A little bit more soothing. So let's try to simplify some more expressions, and we'll see we're just applying ideas that we already knew about. So let's say I want to simplify the expression 2 times 3x plus 5. Well, this literally means 2 3x plus 5s. So this is the exact same thing as, so this is 1 3x plus 5, and then to that I'm going to add another 3x plus 5. This is literally what 2 times 3x plus 5 means. Well, this is the same thing as, if we just look at it right over here, we have now 2 3x's, so we could write it as 2 times 3x, plus we have 2 5s. So plus 2 times 5. But you might say, hey, Sal, isn't this just the distributive property that I know from arithmetic? I've essentially just distributed the 2 times 3x, plus 2 times 5, and I would tell you, yes, it is. And the whole reason why I'm doing this is just to show you that it is exactly what you already know. But with that out of the way, let's continue to simplify it. So when you multiply the 2 times the 3x, you get 6x. You multiply the 2 times the 5, you get 10. So this simplified to 6x plus 10. Now let's try something that's a little bit more involved, but once again, really just things that you already know. So let's say that I had 7 times, let's say 3y minus 5 minus 2 times 10, 10 plus, let's say plus 10 plus 4y. Let's see if we can simplify this. Well, let's work on the left-hand side of the expression, the 7 times 3y minus 5. We just have to distribute the 7. So it's going to be 7 times 3y, which is going to give us 21y. Or if I had 3 y's 7 times, it's going to be 21 y's, either way you want to think about it. And then I have 7 times, we're going to be careful with the sign, this is 7 times negative 5. 7 times negative 5 is negative 35. So we've simplified this part of it. Let's simplify the right-hand side. So you might be tempted to say, oh, 2 times 10 and 2 times 4y, and then subtract them. And if you do that right and you distribute the subtraction, it would work out. But I like to think of this as negative 2. As negative 2, and we're going to distribute the negative 2 times 10, and then we're going to distribute the negative, or times 10, and then negative 2 times 4y. So negative 2 times 10, negative 2 times the 10 is negative 20. So it's minus 20 right over here. And then negative 2 times 4y, negative 2 times 4 is negative 8, so it's going to be negative 8y. So let's write a minus 8y right over here. And are we done simplifying? Well, no, there's a little bit more that we can do. We can't add the 21y to the negative 35 or the negative 20 because these are adding different things or subtracting different things. But we do have two things that are multiplying y. We have the, let me do them all in this green color. You have 21y's right over here. And then from that, we are subtracting, or we can view it as, from that, we are subtracting 8y's. So 21 of something, if I have 21 of something and I take 8 of them away, I'm left with 13 of that something. So those are going to simplify to 13y's. And then I have negative 35, this is a new color. And then I have negative 35 minus 20. And so that's just going to simplify to negative 55. Negative 55. So this whole thing simplified using a little bit of the distributive property and combining similar or like terms. We got to 13y minus 55. And there will be a temptation, because you see a y here and a y here, to say, oh, maybe I can add this negative 3y plus this 4xy somehow, since I see a y and a y. But the important thing to realize here is that a y is different than an xy. Think about if they were numbers. If y was 3 and an x was a 2, then a y would be a 3, while an xy would have been a 6. And a y is very different than a y squared. Once again, if the y took on the value 3, then the y squared would be the value 9. So even though you see the same letter here, they aren't the same. I guess you cannot add these two or subtract these two terms. A y is different than a y squared, is different than an xy. Now with that said, let's see if there is anything that we can simplify. So first let's think about the y terms. So you have a negative 3y there. Do we have any more y terms? Yes, we do. We have this 2y right over there. So I'll just write it out. I'll just reorder it. So we have negative 3y plus 2y. Now let's think about, and I'm just going in an arbitrary order, but since our next term is an xy term, let's think about all of the xy terms. So we have plus 4xy right over here. So let me just write it down. I'm just reordering the whole expression. Plus 4xy, and then I have minus 4xy right over here. So minus 4xy. Then let's go to the x squared terms. I have negative 2 times x squared, or minus 2x squared. So let's look at this. So I have minus 2x squared. Do I have any other x squareds? Yes, I do. I have this 3x squared right over there. So plus 3x squareds. And then let's see, do 2y. I have an x term right over here. And that actually looks like the only x term. So that's plus 2x. And then I only have one y squared term. I'll circle that in orange. So plus y squared. So all I have done is I've reordered the statement and I've color-coded it based on the type of term we have. And now it should be a little bit simpler. So let's try it out. If I have negative 3 of something plus 2 of that something, what do I have? Or another way to say this, if I have 2 of something and I subtract 3 of that, what am I left with? Well, I'm left with negative 1 of that something. So I could write negative 1y, or I could just write negative y. And another way to think about it, but I like to think about it intuitively more, is what's the coefficient here? It is negative 3. What's the coefficient here? It's 2. We're obviously they're both y terms, not xy terms, not y squared terms, just y. And so negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1, or negative 1y is the same thing as negative y. So those simplify to this right over here. Now let's look at the xy terms. If I have 4 of this, 4 xy's, and I were to take away 4 xy's, how many xy's am I left with? Well, I'm left with no xy's. Or you could say, add the coefficients. 4 plus negative 4 gives you 0 xy's. Either way, these two cancel out. If I have 4 of something and I take away those 4 of that something, I'm left with none of them. And so I'm left with no xy's. And then I have right over here, I could have written 0 xy, but that would, that seems unnecessary. Then right over here, I have my x squared terms. Negative 2 plus 3 is 1. Or another way of saying, if I have 3 x squareds and I were to take away 2 of those x squareds, I'm left with 1 x squared. So this right over here simplifies to 1 x squared, or I could literally just write x squared. 1 x squared is the same thing as x squared. So plus x squared. And then these, there's nothing really left to simplify. So plus 2x plus y squared plus y squared. And we're done. And obviously, you might have gotten an answer in some other order, but the order in which I write these terms don't matter. It just matters that you were able to simplify it to these 4 terms.